I'm so sad. I'm so heartbroken to see what's happened to the country. I realized that you look at the things for what they are, not the way you want them to be. How many adults still call themselves Democrats or Republicans or liberals or conservatives? You know, grow up. How about calling yourself an open-minded person? And I realized that you have to make connections between different fields. If your head is just in economics, I came up with a saying, opportunity misses those who view the world through the eyes of their profession. So I started viewing the world in all those very different categories, whether it's the environment, social change, health. You don't want to touch that dirty cash. You don't want to touch that dirty cash. Right. So we're going to go from dirty cash to digital trash. And they know every penny that you spent, where you spent it, so they can get every penny that they want from you, so they can live their lives the way they want. Look, these governors and mayors, all these politicians, they could close down anything they want. They don't have to worry about earning a living. They have the best benefits of anybody, retirement, healthcare, you name it. They steal our money in the name of taxes. They could care less about us. So now this gives them even more money, and they're going to need it. Because New York City's dead. New York City's over. It's finished. And it's not only there, it's all over. The little clown running Massachusetts, they have destroyed the global economy. Kenya, name the place, South Africa. Before this happened, one of my top trends for 2020 was New World Disorder. Go back to 2019. I mentioned about the riots and protests going on in India. There were over 1 million jobs lost in 2019 in India, just in the auto sector. The auto sector was crashing. They had 9 consecutive quarters of declining GDP. 2019. Germany, negative GDP last quarter of 2019. Auto industry also down. China, auto industry down. Oh, China's GDP, it hit a 1990 low, 2019. Mexico, already in recession. This thing was going down before. It's over. We are in the greatest depression. My greatest fear is that history is repeating itself. Now we keep hearing more and more about the trade war, the trade war, the trade war, the trade war. Currency, the trade war. Oh yeah, let's go back to 1930s. There was a currency war and a trade war, and then there was a Great Depression, and then there's World War II. And now we have currency war, trade war, greatest depression. This is going to be look at the numbers already. It's going to be far worse than the Great Depression. And World War III. That's my greatest concern. Look what the Fed is doing. It's unprecedented. They're buying junk bonds, trillions of dollars into banks and trading houses all over the world. And here's the thing. They're going to do everything they can to keep the equity markets up. They need to keep the stock market from crashing. Because when the stock market crashes, then the imbeciles know how bad it is.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why they're keeping it up. Because when the markets crash, then everybody knows how bad it is. And people don't have a clue. They don't know data going on. Like we were talking about the travel industry, one industry after another, up and down the line. Oh, Uber, Disney World, the stocks went up because they're more live streaming. Yeah, the theme parks are dead. They're dead. Oh, AMC, the movies, they're dead. You keep going, we talk about casinos, they're dead. The restaurant business, dead. One after another, dead. And the people that are dying with them, nobody really cares about. But here's the other bad side of this thing. Remember when the lockdown happened? We have essential and non-essential businesses. The bigs are going to get bigger. And all we are, as I call us, workers on the international plantation of Slavelandia. You've been in the system, you know what scum they are, and all they do is suck off the public tit. They never work a day in their lives. They never work a day in their lives. They steal our money. Look at them. One piece of garbage crap after another. Look who's running your lives. And again, name the country. Name the country. $29 trillion the Fed pumped in between 2007 and 2010 into banks all over the world. Banks. Corporations. Greed. Hey, Celente, calm down. What I say is, don't tell me to calm down. I think the Prince of Peace became violent and picked up a whip to drive the money changers out of the temple.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not? For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rokak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 5, is from the video that I put in post-production with Gerald Celente. All right, Gerald Celente, he's been always talking about the state of the economy here in America and abroad for decades. He has also a journal called the Trends Journal. All right, and from what he said is exactly what is happening. Okay, all you people that walk the earth, all right, that are working, all right, thinking that you're going to get a retirement plan, whether it be your 401k, whether it be your if you're a civil servant, a pension, you're going to lose it all. Okay? You're going to lose it all. Because this is a time where it's judgment. And I'm going to do a disclaimer here. If brothers and sisters have been wondering why I haven't had a video up this week on my main page, is because on Christopher Columbus Day, me and my brother from my camp, we always do our annual Christopher Columbus Day, and the YouTube monitors, the Gestapo as I like to call them, didn't like that I was getting on their daddy Christopher Columbus, all right, their forefather. So I had a strike on me for a week. So I just want to say this real quickly. Here's my backup YouTube page. It's Samak Ephraim 777. I'll post the link in the description box. So, if there's another strike again against me, at least you'll be able to still see me put up videos on this page. I haven't used it at all because there was no need to. But now, as you see, I put up some videos because it's time. All right, and it's beautiful. It just shows that what we're doing is the right thing. All right. Also, your YouTube monitors, you Gestapo, all right? You're not exempt from losing your wealth and your riches as well, okay? If you have a 401k plan or a pension plan, whatever plan they've given you at the YouTube department, all right, the headquarters of YouTube, all right, you're going to lose it too, all right? Because everything is being extracted. For what? An agenda. The New World Order. Everyone has to be chipped. Everyone, all right, has to go cashless. And the economy's still going to get messed up. And it's still going to get worse. So anyway, let's get into this article. Pandemic will hit the pension prospects of billions, warrants study. Right. Pensions, all right? These are your civil servants, okay? These would be your firefighters, your sanitation workers, your police force employees. Yeah. How come the head of your union didn't tell you about this? New analysts of global pension systems say people face working longer or having less income in later in life. And by the way, if you live the ages 55 or under, no, you know what? 60 or under, you're not going to be able to retire. Okay? It's going to get more expensive and you're going to have to deal with less, but you're not going to be able to retire. All right? And all those that are retiring, all you little pension people that retired, like in New York, right? The police force, they retired because they couldn't handle the whole protesting over the summer. They're going to cut your pension in half. You best believe. The economic crisis triggered by the coronavirus pandemic, right? And this is just a cloak. It's a cop-out, all right? Because me, the brothers, all right, apostles, we always talked about, all right, that the economy was dying. Okay, you have retail apocalypse. All right, there was over 1,000 CEOs in 2019 stepped down from their position. So this is a cloak. But, you know, they want to use this narrative, so be it. The economic crisis triggered by the coronavirus pandemic has heightened retirement insecurity for billions of people around the world who now face working longer, having less income in later life, according to a new analyst of global pension system. Right? This is affecting the whole world. So wherever you live at, whatever country you dwell in that's watching this video, and you think you're going to receive a pension, this is, hey, listen up, bucko. Even before the crisis, private and public retirement systems, right? So all y'all that were depending on your 401k, you ain't gonna get it. We're under strain from aging populations and low interest rate environment, right? Because the economy was already dying prior to COVID-19. Look at the American Federal Reserve, Babylon Federal Reserve, all right? They could not raise interest rate, all right, to 2%. So when you have low interest rate, that affects your retirement. Okay, they didn't teach you that when you were filling out that pension form, huh? Which has made it tougher to achieve the investment return to pay pensions. There you go. Now, the pandemic has exacerbated the problem and increased the need for government to make politically changing reforms, right? That's just a nice word saying get ready to see cuts. Okay, get ready to see they extend the retirement age. Get ready for them to say you got to work longer hours. Okay? To keep their system sustainable according to the, not only work longer hours, but also get ready them to write out a check. All right? I believe, yes, it was my mother. She was telling me how her sister, she works in the hospital, and it's a state hospital, okay? And how they were writing out checks to get people to leave for early retirement, all right? Writing them out $25,000 checks, $50,000 checks, okay? Personally, I would have took it because I already know what's about to happen to this place. If I was put in that predicament, I would have took that $25,000, $50,000 and found another job, all right? But anyway, hey, that's what's coming. The economic recession caused by the global health crisis has led to reduced pension contributions, lower returns, and higher government debt in most countries. There you go. Said Dr. David Knox, senior partner at Mercer and lead author of the Global Pension Index study. All right, these are doctors talking. Majority of people that watch this, you're not a doctor, okay? Inevitably, this will impact future pensions, meaning some people will have to work longer while others have to settle for lower standard of living in retirement. Yup. Get ready for them to cut. You police officers, you firefighters, all right, you sanitation workers, you teachers, they're going to cut your retirement if you are retired, and get ready for them to tell you if you're working that you're not going to get a bigger pension. All right? The analyst published on Monday and produced with Manoj Centra for Financial Studies and CFA Institute compared the retirement systems of 39 countries covering 2/3 of the world's population and ranked them on the basis of sustainability, coverage, and adequacy. All right. So yeah, these guys, this is what they do. You know, that's why when you jokers, all right, I'm gonna try to keep this politically correct. I don't want to say anything that would get this strike. Okay, but when you individuals that sit in front of the television or the computer and watch the political debates, watch the president Trump or former Vice President Joe Biden, right? Debates, or now they're going to have a debate where they're going to shut off monitors. That's all smoke and mirrors. Okay? That's all smoke and mirrors. They know the state of the economy. They know the state of where the economy is going. Okay? But it's all to keep you in the rat race. It's all to push the illusion out and to extract more wealth. That's why Gerald Celente said that all they're doing is taking more from you. All right? Taxing you more, raising the prices on commodities. All right? To extract more wealth from you. But you clowns can't see it. But hey, you weren't meant to see it. Only the elect were. That's why they're going to seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Let's get another scripture. And I'm going to go into another article that I did in my backup page, because this article is going to hit you Americans right in the jugular. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs 11 and 28. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. Right. All you people in America and abroad that want to trust in your riches, you're going to fall. You're going to lose it all. It's going to fly away. All right? It's going to be taken from you. All right? That's why Yahushua said this to his disciples, okay? And to those that were following and listening to him. What did he say? Matthew 6 and was it 19, I believe? Like 19 or 20? Yeah, here we go. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth. Right. So if you are thinking about a retirement plan 10 years from now, all right, you're thinking about investing in the stock market so that you can be a millionaire and all that stuff. If you're thinking about that, that's your main focus. Now, there's nothing wrong. I mean, doing a little investing just to keep you afloat, you know. All right, brothers do that all the time. But we're talking about your main focus is a future here in America. The only reason why I'm saying America is, you know, this is where I'm at. All right, but wherever you're at, if you are you watching this video, if your main focus is to lay up your treasures upon earth, you ain't gonna make it. Because what the Lord said, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. And we're not talking about the local robber that robs you for a couple of bucks, or says, hey, he robs at the ATM machine. All right, takes what, $200. We're talking about these politicians. All right. We're talking about these corporations that are, all right, in bed with the politicians. The banks, they're robbing you. Okay? They're stealing from you. That's who these thieves are. All right? Oh, the harlot houses, those churches, those so-called churches you like to go to. 20. But lay up for yourselves treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Right. And what's the Lord talking about? This truth, this knowledge. All right. Obtaining. All right. Our whole goal is to do exactly what Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said, so that we can get up out here and get the kingdom of heaven. All right. Because in the kingdom of heaven, we ain't going to have to worry about politicians robbing us. All right. Raising up the food prices. Okay, raising taxes, so on and so forth. Because we, the Israelites, are going to be on top, ruling over these heathens in righteousness. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, right? And the elect are going to put their treasures in heaven, all right? And seek Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and not trust in princes and in and what's that scripture say? Psalms 118, I believe it's 9. Psalms 118:8. it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man, right? The majority of people put their confidence in man, and now look at them. You're about to lose your pension, whether it be private or public. Don't worry, I got another article for you Americans. Don't worry, it's coming. Be patient. 9, it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in princes, right? All right, who are your modern day princes? Okay, your president, your senator, your congressman, your mayor, so on and so forth. Okay? Let's now go into this article right here. And I brought this up in my backup page, but you know, it's the Spirit's on me to bring this out again. All right. The next economic crisis: empty retail space. Now, this, when you read this should, if you believe in America and you believe in your 401k and your pension, this should put chill down your spine, right? Because watch what I'm about to show you. And this is all done through the Spirit Power Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Because the prophets here at Great Millstone been told you we're going to lose everything. But this is from a mainstream media news source telling you what's about to happen to your pensions. Commercial real estate is in trouble, and turbulence in the 15 trillion market is threatening to bleed over in the broader financial system, just as the U.S. struggles to emerge from a recession. And we're not in a recession. We're in a Great Depression. Gerald Celente hit it on the head. When you see trade wars, okay, when you're seeing people being laid off, okay, that's a depression, and it's leading up to World War III, okay? The longer the pandemic paralyzes hotels, retailers, and office buildings, the more difficult it is for property owners to meet their mortgage payments. Right now, it's affecting, all right, property owners, okay, the real estate industry, the commercial real estate industry. Raising the specter of widespread downgrades, defaults, and eventually foreclosures. As companies like JCPenney, Neiman Marcus, and Pier 1 file for bankruptcy, right? All you got to do is Google and put in the word bankruptcy. You're going to see a plethora of a whole bunch of companies filing for bankruptcy. And what does that mean for bankruptcy? Okay, that means they got to now reorganize their company, which consists of what? Layoffs, all right? Pay deductions, no overtime, no Christmas bonus, none of that. Retail properties are losing major tenants with no clear plan to replace them, while hotels are running below 50%. Right, I know where I work at. I work in a complex with multiple companies, okay? And there's very few companies in those buildings. Those office buildings are empty, which means, okay, that company is not paying that landlord, okay, that property owner, because everybody's working at home. They call it remote working. Continue on. 7 months in the crisis, the industry pleads for relief to Congress, and the Federal Reserve has been in vain, right? Don't expect anything from the Federal Reserve because this is all design, okay? They might do one more stimulus, who knows? But we already passed. The American economy has already jumped off the cliff, and now it's hitting a whole bunch of branches on its way down, a whole bunch of rocks on its way down until it falls flat into the fire. Lawmakers are at odds over even the more basic details of the economic relief package for individuals, let alone business, and the Fed, leery of taking on more risk, is hoping the $1 trillion market for securities backed by commercial mortgages will heal itself. That's not going to happen. There's also the fear that directing significant relief to the industry would be seen as a handout to the president's friends, since Donald Trump made his fortune in commercial real estate. Hey, man, what a quagmire. And one lobbyist is frustrated with the lack of traction the issue is getting with policymakers. Okay? Sometimes people forget the depth and breadth of what commercial real estate is, said Mike Flood, Senior Vice President of Commercial and Multifamily Policy at the Mortgage Bankers Association. What's at risk here is both the ability for people to stay in their apartments. That's why you're seeing heavy evictions, because the landlords say, I can't afford you anymore. And the ability for people to do their jobs. Okay? So you got people being kicked out right now, heavy evictions. All right? So Also, that moratorium, I like to bring it back. I've done videos on this. Brother's done videos on this. The moratorium ends January 1st. That's why it's going to be a cold winter. Pray not your flight be in winter. What's that moratorium? You can no longer, those that filled out the paperwork saying the reason why I'm not able to pay my rent is due to COVID-19, all right, your extension lasts until January 1st. Now, by January 1st, goodbye, no more extension, okay? Eviction. And you're seeing, there's been plenty of reports, evictions happening right now, mainly happening to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because, hey, you're at the bottom. First fired, last hired. A major problem is no one knows how long the drop in commercial real estate will last. No one knows. Wow. Business travel isn't expected to pick back up for at least a year, so hotels are being hammered. Right down here in South Florida. South Florida, okay, is a tourist attraction. That's how the Palm Beach County, Broward County, Miami-Dade County, that's how they get a lot of their revenue is through tourism, okay? And if these hotels are not opening back up, hey, it's bad news. The ports, all right, the cruise liners, that's not even up and running, okay? And who's it affecting the most? Once again, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But wait, you Edomites, wait up, because you on the pension, you on the 401k thought process, right? Wait up. We're going to get there. Because you don't know about what's going on with this commercial real estate, how it affects your pension. Business travel isn't expected to pick back up for at least a year, so hotels are being hammered. And while office buildings have not, well, there goes Shaitan doing his job. And while office buildings are not have not yet felt the burnt of the downturns, offices tend to have long leases that will change as many companies rethink the way they'll operate at work from home because becomes the norm, right? And that's happening now, all right? So they went off on that one. The number of commercial loans that have been packaged into securities going into special serving where distressed loans are transferred to a new manager hired by bondholders to negotiate a payment plan on their behalf has steadily increased since March, right? So you're having people that took out these loans, these investors, okay, are now are going back and say, hey, we need to repackage my loan because I'm not getting any money to pay back this loan. Okay? So they have to renegotiate it. And that's between the borrower and the lender. And it has become clear that the virus will continue to cut into revenue for some time. So even those property owners who have been able to patch together payments, thanks in part to now lapse relief measures passed by Congress, may start to slip. Here's the point. Listen up for you 401k and you pension believers. The loss of paying tenants could touch a wave of property write-downs and eventual foreclosures on everything from shopping centers to apartment buildings. But it's not just a pocket of wealthy investors who will get hurt by widespread write-downs. 87% of public pension funds and 73% of private pension funds hold real estate investments. So all you jokers out there, they're like, please shut down the economy for COVID-19. Guess what? You're hurting your pension. Okay? You're hurting your 401k. And this is why, all right, America is going down. Let's get to the scriptures. Borrowers seeking loan relief or considering refinancing are also running into trouble as the uncertainty caused by the virus has left them with no clear projection of future revenue streams for their buildings, right? Hey, man, this place can't be healed. Let's go to Jeremiah 46:11. Go up into Gilead and take balm, O virgin, the daughter of Egypt, right? This is talking about America, Babylon, which is spiritually Egypt. In vain shalt thou use many medicines, right? Your stimulus package, PPP, right? what's it called? All these other injection terms. It's still, what's going to happen? For thou shall not be cured, meaning you're still not going to be cured, meaning there's no saving the American economy. All right? You're through. It's finished. Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Excuse me. What is going on here? Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. You know what? We'll do it this way. Remember now thy Creator in thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right. This is talking to our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans. Majority of you, we're not seeking the Lord. Especially if you heard about the Hebrew Israelites now. We've been on the internet. Okay, starting with the apostles since 2007, 2008. Okay, it's well over 15 years. You've had celebrities speak about it, whether it be in the hip-hop industry, movie industry, all right, talk shows of our own people talking about the Hebrew Israelites. And you weren't seeking the Lord, you're going to take part in this. Okay? 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Right? No future. All right? That's what's happening now. No jobs. Okay? No future for America. That's why less investments. Why do you think, everybody's like, well, what about the stock market? What about the stock market? Hello, the Federal Reserve is propping up that stock market. Okay? That's what Gerald Celente was breaking down to, if you didn't catch notice in that intro. That's why I put the intro in, because he broke it down better than I did, okay? Because that's his expertise, okay? And I don't know if he's a Jake or not, but whatever. All right? Hey, he's very knowledgeable on the economy. The Federal Reserve is propping up this economy. All right, with the stock market. But Main Street is destroyed, man. Okay? The stock market doesn't reflect what's going on, all right, with these empty retail space and the pension. It's all an illusion, all smoke and mirrors. And that's why majority of people, man, are walk this earth. All I can say is, it's bad times coming for you. Okay? Bad times. And to majority of our people, bad times. 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, and the sound of grinding is low. Right, and that's what you're seeing. No work. That's why there's long lines at the food banks. That's why unemployment every week, it's almost 1 million. First-time unemployment claimers. Not to mention, I saw a report. I got to find that report again. There's 100 million people who are out of the labor force, who are not collecting unemployment and are not working. What are they doing here in America? Only the Lord knows, all right? But I can tell you what, it ain't anything righteous. I can tell you that. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and the daughters of music shall be brought low. The music here is garbage, all right? So what's going to happen, man? Because this is what's about to happen, because we got to go into prophecy, and these scriptures got to come out daily. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Right. If you live on planet Earth, if you walk the earth, this is, all right, this message is for you. Listen up. For the sword of the destruction. This is 2nd Esdras, by the way, chapter 15, verse 14. In the Apocrypha, which is part of the Holy Bible. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Aren't you seeing the beginning stages of that with Donald Trump? All right. The politicians and the police force. People ain't listening to the police commissioner. Okay. You're seeing that now. And it's only getting worse. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Because why is it going to get worse? A man shall desire to go into the city and shall not be troubled, right? Because the economy is going to crash. There's going to be no food or water. All right, so they're going to have to lock things down. That's why the military, you have the military, the National Guard on standby. All right, it ain't just because of these elections. All right, they know about the state of the economy. And that's why they got the military, the police in. And it doesn't matter. Because once you can't eat, once you can't get food and water, that's when it gets violent. And by the way, the second wave is coming. There's talks about it within the medical field of your American scientists. And you know they want to shut things down. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. Men are going to be afraid in these days. That's why the scripture says in Isaiah 13 that the Lord is going to make a man more precious. Let me get it, because it's going to be the elect that the Lord is going to be taking care of. Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Wait, hold on. Let's start at 11. Let me not jump the gun. Isaiah 13, 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right, so the Lord is doing this. That's why he's taking your pension away. He's taking your 401k. All right. He's making things intolerable for you because of your wickedness. All right. The majority of our people still can't see it. 12. Here's the point. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge Ophir. Right. And that's elect. That's why the Lord, money ain't gonna be able to save you. For you women. All right. Your money. Your job ain't going to save you. All right, this is talking to our women. You're going to want to seek a man of the Lord in these last days. All right? Because the Lord is going to be protecting his men. That's why, brothers, hey, it's crunch time. Just seek Yah Bashim Al Shai. Get into these scriptures. Push out these this word, this beautiful word. This word in truth. Because, these women are going to come. Trust me, they're going to come. Let's go back to 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 19. No, let me read 18 again. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right. In America, you are the chief house of prideness. That's why the Lord is breaking you down. And this is going to be the worst place to live when he's done with it before the nukes drop. And by the way, the RFID chips around the corner. The vaccine, mandatory vaccines around the corner. Operation Warp Speed. Okay? 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Right. You're going to see your own neighbor invade you. But shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. Right. Food shortages. And there's been reports on it. And this is the indicator that we're getting into food shortages. Okay? So it behooves you to seek Yah Bashim Yah Shai if you know you're an Israelite and push this word out. Oh, by the way, you Edomites and you rest of you heathens, all right, it ain't looking too good for you. You YouTube monitors out there, the Gestapo, what do you have to say about this? Okay? When you talk to your psychologist, right? Because all your YouTube monitors, you have to speak to psychologists. All right, you should talk to your psychologist about the 401k and the pension problems, the private and pension funds. All right, how you're not going to get it anymore. Okay? This is how the Lord gets down upon you heathens. So with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakak, Radash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Rubel, and taught us the truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Keep pushing. Keep fighting for this truth. For the few sisters that are watching, keep studying. Keep praying. Shalom. And a Bible ball. Shalom.